Stop rushing through your life before you wake up one day asking, where did the time go? I should have savored those precious moments when I used to try to stay up late, but I would fall asleep on the couch and my dad picked me up and put me in the bed. When he sat me down and offered his unsolicited wisdom. When my mom made the cake of my choice for every birthday, when she returned to school, when she was obedient to God and exorcised me out of my paralysis. When my parents became grandparents and great-grandparents. When growing up with my brothers, we shared a room, spoons, clothes, Saturday morning cartoons, Sunday morning chores while listening to soul classics and R&B and those Godzilla and karate movie marathons afterwards. Bedtime stories and putting up the Christmas tree every year together. When my brothers became men, parents, and grandparents, I should have savored those precious moments with my cousins, aunts, and uncles, like when my Aunt Jessie and Aunt Lavonia had a fight and fell on my grandma's table and broke it. When my Uncle Marshall would hit on my cousin's girlfriends in front of them, and my Uncle Bernard would buy all the kids the 10-cent ices from the bodega after he played his numbers. My mom would take my brothers and I to see my cousins, and we played everything from basketball to skelly to hot peas and butter to the Atari, G.I. Joes, Transformers, and more, and we formed like Voltron when there was trouble and spent every 4th of July together. Back when the summers felt like they were 6 months long and the neighborhood would meet up and hang out at free lunch. And some days we'd jump on the train and go to the beach together. And when it actually snowed during the winters and the schools were closed because the snow covered the cars, and we had community snowball fights. When the Jehovah Witnesses would travel with a minimum of 30 people and they stopped at every house on the block and talked to everyone they saw walking by. When the community was community, where we looked out for each other and the elders protected us and encouraged us to be our best selves. I'm talking about house parties, block parties, red light parties, and hooky parties, man. When staying in the house was punishment, when Polaroid pictures was precious and they could be permanently borrowed without your permission. When God sent angels to my side before I knew his word, but I thrived in his love. I should have savored those moments with my grandparents, with the birth of my daughters, their first words, their first steps, their graduations, their awards, watching them create and finding God. And every time they said to me, I love you. When I fell in love with music, writing, rapping, creating movies, books, poetry, and performing and photography, I should have savored those precious moments. When I laid in the bed with my wife and she told me I was beautiful and I cried. When I had hair, when everyone I loved was still here, when every second chance God has given, an additional chance he continues to give. When I learned how to drive. And every flight, I'm talking about every flight, every new city and country I visited, every stage I touched. When correction became armor, when friends became family, when mentors meant more, when I accepted Jesus Christ as my Lord and Savior. Enjoy this season, this day, these minutes, these seconds, because tomorrow isn't promised. I've fallen for the rush to get to the next accomplishment that I've willingly forfeited, celebrating so many moments. Don't miss out on today. Don't miss the people you love while they are still here. Slow down and stop rushing through your life before you wake up one day asking, where did the time go?